to begin with, we were just working on small video productions that were happening in the area. But over the course of the next decade or so, we grew to become one of the largest audio post-production facilities in Canada. And 13 years ago, we had a staff of 23 working for us. And then things gradually started to dissolve over the following years. And with the demise of the tax credit, we saw things really take a dive. We saw a 90% reduction in revenue at that point, and we're diversifying at that point into augmented reality and virtual reality. But it wasn't enough to be able to justify the cost of the building that we're in, which is a very large space, and particularly the main studio, which is a unique environment authorized by Dolby for 5.1 theatrical mixing. So there isn't very many spaces like that. At the time when it was built, it was the only one between Toronto and Vancouver. A lot of people know the Talking Dog logo from the closing credits of Corner Gas. We did all 6 years of that show, the music and the sound for the show. And the sound for any of these shows involves the participation of a lot of different engineers who are working on the different layers of sound. By the time you get to the mixer, working with somebody like Brent Butt in the main mix room, they're probably dealing with as many as 100 tracks of audio. You know, there are still some people that worked for Talking Dog that are working in the province, but the vast majority of them are either now in other industries or who have left the province, and that's just the way it is. You know, I'm sure if we look back through the roster, we've trained at least 50 people at Talking Dog over the years. And that's always been my goal, is to try to create new employment. So right now, all the other jurisdictions in North America that do have a tax credit, and particularly here in Canada, are seeing a major boom in production, none of which is coming to Saskatchewan. The people who have been part of this industry who have had to leave, you know, have seen a lot of personal tragedy, a lot of personal strife, and I'm no different in that regard. But the difference for me was I still had a reason to be able to stay here with the facility that I was in. And as a businessman, I probably should have pulled the plug much sooner than I did. I'm at the point now where I have to sell my house because I've gone into such personal debt that I have no way to be able to clear off that secured debt other than sell my house. That's not a good situation for anybody to be in. And I did it because I'm one of those dreamers who says, hang on to your dreams. You're going to get through it. Keep your eye on the prize. Didn't work. I only hope that sooner rather than later we are going to see Saskatchewan participating in the boom that every other province in Canada is participating in, and that we are going to see the industry come back.